Live on YouTube.
It's hidden. I hope that's
Can't
the
find
thumbnail.
it.
Your
Okay.
face is hidden, Jim. I also hope that's the episode.
Well, Jake's thinking of his opening line. My home hosted AI says, "Skies of Arcadia, Jade Empire, Lost Odyssey, Lost Odyssey, Crosscode, Bug Fables, Let the Legend Begin." Yeah, okay. Anyway, it's still going. It's still going.
All are good examples of what
Crosscode have a
aren't
lot of
actually hidden
reviews?
gems. Hidden gems today on.
Yeah, Crosscode's over 15,000 reviews on Steam.
There it is. That's quite the opener. Well done. Just lean into it.
Hey, don't lean into it over the intro.
Don't AI over the intro.
Don't AI over the intro. Yeah, we don't support ChatGPT on this podcast. No, sir. We don't ask it for episode descriptions once in a while. Nope, not us.
We build our own.
I host my own AI. I don't support ChatGPT.
We build our own AI.
Since at home right now harvesting everything we say. That's how we do it here at Press B.
You're damn
We're
right.
calling ourselves Copper Top.
Wait, now are we safe to say what was it? It's moderate swear words in the first 7 seconds are okay now?
What is a moderate swear word? Like crap? Is that a moderate swear word?
You can say the
Shit.
occasional
Is
fuck.
shit?
Yeah.
I feel like shit is extreme. Fuck and shit feel like they're up there. In the extreme. Tarnation. That's
you can say tarnation as much as you want. It's okay. We're not sorry, YouTube. Not
It's
anymore.
moderate.
It's moderate.
We're
not sorry
live?
anymore, YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Are we not live on YouTube? Yes, we are.
We've
Don't
been
be
live.
stupid.
We're live on everything. You just ran the intro.
Just making sure.
Yeah, but last week we ran the intro too.
Oh, did you?
We did it twice.
We're here. We're here. We're
Yeah,
good. Don't
this
worry.
is true.
It's because I didn't hit a button. Or no, what is it? Last time I didn't set up YouTube. This time I set up YouTube. It even did a thumbnail. I took 5 minutes to put one together this week, so we're good. Welcome everybody to another episode of Press Me to Cancel. I'll fix it in post or not. It depends on how much time I have. This week we're talking about. Stop! Have you heard this before? Hidden gems, hidden gem video games. We've only done this a few other times, but it's always fun to talk about games that we think, or at least we hope, are actually games you may not have heard of, but are actually pretty good and pretty fun to play. So this week it's Hidden Gems. We've each brought 2 games to the table. I'm not doing this alone because that'd be a very short episode. I'm joined by Wolf. How you doing this week, sir?
I am doing great after I found my picks. They were kind of hard to find.
Great.
Well, they're hidden.
Like,
well hidden.
That's true, but also the joke. So there you go.
There you go.
Also joined by Chard. You're not so hidden. What's up?
I'm not hidden. I'm very loud and out there, as are my picks. I probably got a couple tactics on my hands here, so we'll see. We'll see what everybody says because I did 11th hour research today, and I'm sorry, not sorry.
And also not hidden. I'm gonna use that joke twice while I'm fixing settings. Sinistar, you're here. What's up?
I kind of am realizing that we may be dredging the bottom of the hidden gem barrel. We've done so many of these.
Us? No. These are stellar games. There's an ever exhaustible supply of games that are good, but people forgot about. That's all.
See,
so much in fact that I picked one twice.
I have the advantage that I was an Apple II kid, and we never talked about Apple II games. So here we go.
Well, we did. Or no?
We've talked about like Ultima, and we've talked about Bard's Tale.
Yeah, Bard's Tale. We did talk about a few Mac games with, didn't we do Mac games? We did Mac games.
Yes,
we did the Mac Venture
did.
titles. Yes, we did. So, but that's not necessarily Apple II for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So we talk about games. We know games once in a while.
We talk about games. We play sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we do our homework and our research.
Wait, this is a game podcast?
Yeah, I was gonna say
we're gonna pivot into 9 Inch Nails very soon. That's what we're gonna do.
Let's
every
fucking
episode.
Go.
Just
I thought I was under the impression this podcast was all about Gary Oldman.
2 weeks, baby.
Just a few episodes.
Yeah. And Sandra
Are you excited
Bullock.
for the album or the movie?
Well,
why not
but I'm
Zoidberg?
excited to go see him live. So
okay. Oh, that's right.
That's where the real excitement is.
Okay. All right. Well, how about you start us off with your pick, seeing as you're chatty today. So have at it. Give us your first pick.
Fantastic. All right. So, I had to scrub back into the earlier days of my childhood to dig up this little piece of history. Um, and then I picked it and then found out that I'd already picked it on a previous episode. So we scrapped that one and we found another one that I have been playing recently that I really enjoyed. And I don't know if the stats line up, but to me, because I feel like this console didn't get as much love because it was kind of sandwiched between a really important console and then the next gen of the more important console. And Xbox kind of One I felt was a little bit more prominent during this time frame. So we're going to pick a PlayStation 3 game. Um and I'm going to pick Dante's Inferno, which is it's an action RPG, not really RPG, but more Devil May Cry in the action
Okay.
hack and slash form. It's got the 3D look. The camera kind of goes with your characters, so you don't get to really move the camera around. Um, but you basically fight hell. It's Dante's Inferno. It's the book. Man loses his loved one. She goes to hell. He kills death, takes his sickle, and goes into hell to get her. And you're going through the seventh level, 7 layers of hell to
So
retrieve
only seven
your loved
levels?
one's
Is that
souls.
what the gag is? Only 7 worlds to get through?
That's the guess. Yeah, there's only seven circles, the seventh circle of hell. But yeah, man, there's some really cool shit. There's some really cool bosses. There's some pretty intense fights. I mean, your first boss you fight is death, and
Hmm.
it's a really cool layout for that whole fight goes. You improve upon your character's ability to use absolve and take things souls from them and bless them and all kinds of crazy shit. It is an intense game. It is not safe for work on certain aspects of the game. Quite gory, but it is a lot of fun. And I have not finished it yet, but what I've played, which is I would like to say probably half of it, has been spectacular, and it's been pretty cool. So
So if we get
you
canceled
you
next week, guys, it's because Chart gave me a video that has boobs in it. So you
it's
can
got
you can
boobs in
send
it.
your emails to
Uh-oh.
podcast at
It is, but they're boobs in
pressfittocancel.com.
hell, so it's fine. But you're fighting
Oh
like
yeah,
the
boobs
seven
in hell.
deadly
That's
sins.
fine.
Boobs
Yeah.
in
But
hell
the
is fine.
video is on YouTube, so
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
fine.
it's true. There's a lot of playthroughs of people playing this game that have those in it. But
I
anyways,
mean,
you
we
fight lust, you fight gluttony, you fight all of that stuff. You fight wrath, you fight all of those, all the seven deadly sins and stuff. And the boss fights are extremely well played
it
out, I thought.
looks very pre-Dad of War, God of War.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
when did God of War
It was
come
a God
out?
of War PlayStation 2.
that
God
was
of
a
War
Yes.
1
PS2
was, I
game.
thought, PlayStation
So is this
2.
a ripoff of God of War?
It's probably a similar God of War. They were probably
Well,
leaning
there
into
were
the
a whole
God of War gameplay.
there were a whole bunch of them, and in fact, I think they re-released 1 and 2 on PS3, the
Yeah,
God of War
eh,
games.
you're right. And I would
Who made
argue that
this?
this is more Devil May Cry because that came out before both of those did. So,
Okay.
Who made this game,
but
Chard?
let me get my Mind Palace and I'll let you know right off the top of my head.
While you're looking in your
It was
mind palace.
developed by
This-
Visceral Games, but published by
Visceral
EA.
Games. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Visceral. Okay. All right.
Visceral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Visceral.
that's an E.
Yeah,
The
aren't
text
they
is
the
very
ones?
tiny.
I mean, it's modern now. They probably changed hands a bunch of times. Visceral is the one. I think. Aren't they the ones who helped with Diablo 4? And check my
They
own
did.
mind palace.
I think it might have been Diablo 4. I know they did something fairly popular outside of this game themselves.
Yeah,
Um,
but they're one of EA studios. I know they do a lot of support work too now. I've never even heard about this game. I feel bad because I felt like I'm usually up to date on games, or not up to date, but I usually feel like I know the big studios and their titles. But man, that PS3, I never had one growing up. I had an Xbox 360, but I was mostly limited to Xbox Arcade, all the cheap titles, the indie stuff. So I don't
Mhm.
know much about the big titles like this, and I was never really into action games at that time. So I had never even heard of this. So when you said you questioned whether it's a hidden gem, I mean, I don't see anybody talking about this game or streaming it or doing YouTube videos on it. So I think it qualifies.
yet.
So
Personally.
Not yet.
I looked it up when Chard mentioned it earlier, and it looks like it did better in Europe than it did in the US.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it
So
received generally favorable reviews, but a lot of critics felt it was too much of a God of War ripoff.
mm.
That the comparison
I
was
mean,
they kind of lost it. And you're right. I mean, you're right.
At
That
the
was the
same
first thing you
time,
said.
at the same time, if a formula works and it's fun,
Mhm.
like reskin it and put me in hell again in the 9 circles of hell, and
Yeah.
I'm in. Like,
That's
you know,
somebody said, how cool would it be to see Dante, Kratos, and Hell and Doomslayer in Hell fighting together?
there you
Be a
go.
cool little matchup.
Well, it's just
But
like
yeah, no, this has been very entertaining to play. And actually, you know, the story of Dante's Inferno is it's a good read if you're into that kind of shit. But I think it depicts the game or depicts the story in itself very well in a very playable atmosphere, if that's the best way to play it. You know, sometimes they depict books into games, and you're like, I don't know why they turned this into something, but
The dark
they did
half.
this. Yeah, and did really, really well. So
The
at
dark
least
so
half, one of the
is it
worst
actually like the
adventure games of all
story
time.
is actually based on the books, obviously, or that's the
it's yes,
premise, but
based
is it
off of
actually
Dante's
leaning into the
Inferno.
story heavily?
I think they take a lot of aspects from it, but I don't think it's
Right.
like verbatim. You know what I mean? It's not. There's
Right.
definitely some liberties being taken with the game.
Yeah, like boobs,
I like the
right?
giant
And
head talking
giant
to you.
heads that look like doors.
Well, this guy is also at the very beginning of the game, that cross on his chest, he's sewing it onto his skin, and then it
You know, as you
and then
do.
it has like like you do, and then it turns into a cinematic cutscene
Hmm.
of shit going on, and there's a
Is
baby
that
with
a
knife
baby
arms,
with
so
daggers? This
Yeah.
is
Isn't
So
that straight out of Silent Hill 1?
that is, I don't know about silent. Yeah, it could be and you just stabbed it with, there you go, and that's how you take care
Wait,
of
It just
are,
looked a
are
little
we
more fishy.
are we having bad blowies again?
We are getting bad blowies. Yes,
this is
the bad blowies.
I'm gonna turn this off now.
There you go. Instead of getting canceled, you're just killing hell babies. It's fine. They're in hell. They have
That's
knives for hands.
disturbing.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's in hell. Yeah.
I like I said, the game is definitely very artistic, but I like it. I think it's a great game, and I would recommend it to anybody who likes Devil May Cry, God of War kind of action, hack and slash kind of games. I think it's pretty cool.
I loved the original handful of God of War games, so that looks right up my alley.
Yeah.
Yes, I would definitely recommend it to you for sure.
I think for PS3 era, I think a lot of folks, unless you grew up with that console, unless that was your console as a kid, I feel like a lot of people may have glossed over a lot of that library. And but it was definitely the peak time for games like this, right? Third person action games of some kind, whether it's this or it's
Infamous,
military
which is a
action
great
game.
game that was on there, that was big promoted. I think didn't Uncharted came out on the PS5 or
I think
PS3 if I
so.
remember right. That was the initial release
was
was
that-
for Uncharted, which was great.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
a-
Last of Us as
like
well.
Was that a
there's
PS3
been a
game?
lot of really cool stuff.
It was.
God, it's been released so many times.
And that's the thing is now like everything is touted on the PS4 because they re-released it for the PS4 or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, what, the PS what 3? There was almost a shit it felt like it went from PS2 straight to PS4, but everybody
That's
had an
crazy.
Xbox 360 in between.
It's like
I
they're
knew-
pulling Nintendo's game plan here.
A little bit.
I actually knew a handful of people that had the PS3, and I was not jumping on that bandwagon. I was like, nah, I'm out. But
My ex had one, and I played Infamous and Uncharted on it. And I was like, I should get one of these, but I already had a Xbox, so I was like,
We have a
"Buy an old
PS3.
piece." Must be nice.
I got myself a Wii and then held off for years until I got a 360.
Yeah.
Yeah. 360 was my console, but I liked stuff on the PS3. I just hate that controller. But that's another episode. Sinistar, how about you? What's your pick for this week?
All right. My I guess runner up hidden gem, or my second hidden gem is a game called Abuse.
Hey, that's a game we play every day on Marco Polo.
Yes, exactly. It's a side scrolling. I mean, it's funny because a lot of things talk about like what genre is this game? And I mean, it's a side scrolling platformer, but it's really a run and gun platformer because if you slow down, you're going to die. It has a very weak story, a very limp story, in the unimaginably distant year 2009, guys. 2009.
Wow.
2009, the distant future. You were Nick Vrenna, and by the way, there's a little trivia that thinks that maybe this is a tie to Chris Vrenna of Nine Inch Nails fame.
Okay, all right, yeah.
You're locked in a high security prison. There's genetic experiments that turn basically all the other people in the prison into these mutants. And it's funny because I think they originally were trying to get rights to the Alien franchise because a lot of these enemies look like Xenobite or
Cenobites is a
whatever
whole
they
other
are.
game.
Xenomorphs.
Yeah,
Xenomorphs.
xenomorphs. Thank you,
Xenomorphs.
xenomorphs.
There you go.
But what's really cool about this is it's one of the few PC side-scrolling platformer run and gun games, but it meshes your mouse with the WASD keys. Or I think it was after it was released as open source later, they released the WASD keys, but it's the arrow keys. So wherever your mouse is on the screen is where you're aiming. So you can be running and shooting behind you. You can be running and shooting above you, running and shooting in front of you. It's great. So it's not a complex game. It really literally is just point A to point B. I think there's 20 levels in the game. And there's not even really bosses per se. It just keeps throwing more and more and more enemies at you, which is kind of where the abuse title came from. It's kind of abusive in that sense. So
What's abusive is how he's running backwards and shooting. That's just not good for your back. That's not a thing for your spine.
Yeah, I've noticed sometimes if your mouse is in the right place, he's like,
yeah. So me trying to work and do podcasts at the same time. Just
exactly.
And it's abuse. That's Jake.
Yeah,
it's abuse. Yeah.
But what's kind of cool
Aliens
is
coded for sure. Like the style of this.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and what's kind of cool is after a while, once they kind of lost or didn't get certain rights, they actually released this as open source. And so they gave it to the community and said, "Here, you do with it what you want."
I feel like I've played this before, or I played something similar to this. Maybe not this exact game, but this name sounds familiar, and this looks very familiar.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this before.
It's high
looks
speed.
neat though.
Yeah,
and
I never played it. The trivia says that apparently there was a Macintosh release that is like has additional like cutscenes and like has a higher resolution and all that stuff. So, the other part of the abuse, I'm just watching the video here. The other part of the abuse is it has switches that you have to go enable. And some switches just turn on enemies, not just progress the game, but they just turn on more enemies or these turrets that shoot you. Or so it's brutal. It is a brutal game, but it's
abusive.
I don't know. But it's epically fun at the same time.
And the real reason Sinister picked us is because there's lots of tunnels. That's the real reason.
There's a lot of tunnels. I've noticed that as well.
But you're inside all of them.
Yeah, not on the outside.
Tunnels are the way to go.
Yeah.
This is one of those neat things because this is definitely a PC only game. Right? Like before we could have had, I mean, you could maybe have this kind of gameplay on a console or a controller these days, but in the 90s, early 2000s, before analog sticks on controllers, there's no way you could do this kind of gameplay. The pointing with the mouse, the point and shoot, and then the waist up move. So it's definitely a PC era game for sure. It looks really neat. 20 stages is a good length. And I like how you said it had a Mac port and it was better on the Mac. I remember there's a point in gaming history for computers where it's like you were jealous of Mac users and their damn games because they had like Marathon and other games that you couldn't get on PC. So it's funny that this had a better version of Mac, whereas nowadays it's PC or nothing. So that's interesting.
And the feel of it reminds me a lot of Metroid.
I
can see it.
And then as you'll notice, sometimes there's pickups that make you go faster, and so there's a little bit of some Sonic to it.
That's what me and Wolf are kind of pointing out. This guy's hauling ass.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's a blast. It's the greatest experience of abuse you're going to suffer.
I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, you kind of have to pay extra for that sort of abuse.
This is like somebody played the Turrican franchise and we're like, this is what I was expecting from Turrican.
But Turrican is like bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you look at the box and you read the description, you're like, that sounds rad, and then you play it, you're like, this is terrible.
Like I know this is rad.
I also kind of feel like it's a little bit like somebody looked at Akari Warriors with the spinner
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and was like, let's do that with the mouse instead.
Right. Yeah.
actually,
And
that's
make it a
true.
side scroller. Yeah.
Or Midnight Resistance.
By the way,
yeah.
Sinstress points out that we probably gave our PS3 to our eldest when he moved out. So
Ah,
Okay, great.
anyway, so abuse. That's my number 2.
Sure. I mean, I got it. I didn't expect to rank them, so we're
Yeah,
we're
it
good.
didn't rank mine either. I
Yeah.
personally like my first one better than my second one. So
All right.
Well, there you go. Well,
Well,
spoilers.
I'm calling it out.
All
So.
right, Wolf. How about you? What's your unranked hidden gem?
no, I want to go with the second one because I do like the first one better. But it'll come back around in a way too, so it's more fun this way.
Okay.
So I'm going with Superliminal.
Oh, puzzle,
Yes,
right?
I streamed this a few years ago.
Puzzle game.
Yes,
Yeah, Liminal's awesome.
where it's all about screwing around with perspective. And it's a first-person puzzler,
Yeah,
and you need to like grab items and then move them from like right in front of you to where there's a wall way off in the distance. Then you drop the item, and all of a sudden it's like 8 feet long instead of this little tiny in your hand kind
so
of
it's
thing.
like a Zucker Brothers movie joke.
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
When did this come out?
I want to say 2015.
Okay.
I don't recall exactly. Let me see.
I'm just curious because there's a game that came out a couple years ago called Viewfinder, which has a similar idea of messing with perspective and the environment.
Oh,
but
2020.
But this is 2020. This looks really rad. I like what it's going for in the visuals with like the perspective of the pictures. It's neat.
Oh, it takes you on a ride, and it's a lot of like, as you figure things out when you get late in the game. Yeah, you can see this giant sign falling.
So there's a tiny little sign, and he drags up in the air, and when it falls back down, it's huge. And the more you pick it up, the bigger it gets.
Yeah, so he's trying because you want to make it big enough to where it falls on both buttons.
Yeah,
so that you could go through the door.
It's like a Zucker Brothers. So it's like Top Secret when he's talking on the phone. Yeah, he walks up to the phone that's real close, and he gets the phone in its actual size.
Yeah,
it's like fucking enormous. It's that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, this game is great. It really messes with your thought processes. And if there's a game I've ever played that makes you think outside the box, it's this one. Like Portal did to quite a degree back in the day. I feel like this sort of reinvented that sort of mind fuck that Portal gave you the first time you played it.
I was thinking this is very Portal-esque in that sense, but it's got that more fun perspective adjustment that I think is really cool. This stuff makes me laugh.
So the thing about it is like it's not a real world. You're let know right away, like you're in a dream world. And as you're exploring the game, like as you're going through the game and progressing, there's like bits of audio from the real world seeping in. And that's how you're given the story of what's going on and why you're doing this and all that.
That's a huge wedge of cheese.
Yeah, it is.
This is what I ask. This is what I ask at Chipotle. This is what I want from them. And this is not
giant room-sized thing of Gouda.
Giant.
Yeah, you got to use the giant cheese to break the wall down.
Yep.
Have you played Liminal? That's the kind of cheese I want. Fill it up.
I'm just trying to find. It was designed by a guy named Logan Feith. I'm just trying to think if he's done anything else. I don't think so. Oh, he's done some other stuff, but I haven't heard of these other ones. This game looks really neat. I've never seen this before.
I remember watching Wolf play this on stream, and it was a blast to watch.
Now, this one is not as hidden as most. This one has 25,000 reviews, but this is a game I don't see talked about a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I honestly barely knew about it. And then my kid was like, I want to play this game. So we got it. And it was super cool.
No, this is neat. And I would definitely say that this is a hidden gem for sure, because this is not something that I have seen but I love the concept of it. And I love the perspective. And I think this is really neat. So
Yeah.
this is
When
a
I,
cool
when
game.
I see people
This is
talk
why I
about this
like these
kind of game,
episodes.
I see like the Witness, I see Viewfinder, I've seen a few other ones, but I've never heard of this one. So this is pretty neat. How long is it? How many
Yeah,
stages? Or hours?
it was probably maybe 8 hours, I want to
That's
say.
pretty good. Okay.
And it does some neat stuff in terms of the presentation too. You go through areas that are like just these, sort of factory set, warehouse set hallways and things like that. And then you end up in places that are, a little bit horror coded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think it also had some stuff that was very, very traditional dreamlike expectations as well. But for the most part, it's just like wandering these. I don't want to say liminal spaces because they're not quite that, but sometimes they're close to it.
Right.
It's like liminal adjacent.
Yeah. It's
Fair.
super liminal.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of liminal.
And there's the tie-in.
Like superlative, right? Superliminal,
Yeah.
superlative. Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty rad. Yeah.
That's a good
one.
game.
Good pick.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
Good pick. Who's next? Me. I'm next.
You're next.
You're next.
So I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of time this week to do my exhaustive research, or the last 2 weeks.
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger. It's a hidden gem. Let me tell you guys about Final Fantasy Tactics and how nobody knows that game. Sorry, GP. Sorry, but not sorry. No, so I actually reached out to Blue Sky for suggestions from people, and TO88 on B Sky, he reached out with a few picks, and I'm going to steal one of his ideas. I was actually playing this one this week, and it's from Konami, and it's a fighting game from Konami, which I don't think they've done many of those. And
it's a fighting game.
It's a fighting.
Well, you got to fight for your.
What? What's so funny about a fighting game? That I played another six-button fighting game and it wasn't Street Fighter 6?
You said Konami, I said Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Oh, Silent Hill.
Which, of course, is a fighting game. Like that's
yes, yeah.
You fight for your life.
It's a beat 'em up.
It's a beat 'em up. Yeah.
Get a pipe.
God.
Yeah, you beat things with a pipe.
That's totally a fighting game. Raku got kids, and I probably said that wrong.
I've never heard of this.
No, it never came out in North America. It's only in Japan, although it's very much in English, like a lot of games are. And it's after playing it this week, I'm surprised they didn't bring it over here because it has an incredibly unique style. It's all okay. N64, 1998, made by Konami. It's a 2D fighting game with a 6-button layout. And I know we've made fun of the N64 controller on this podcast a few times. But the one thing that was always shocking to me is it's got the perfect layout for fighting games. It has a proper D-pad, and it's got a 6-button face button layout. And this game totally takes advantage of that. It has a Street Fighter style of your 3 punches and your 3 kicks. And you can do our special moves and all that kind of stuff. But it's in a drawing, painterly style, which is incredibly unique. And some of the characters in Rakuga Kids do make cameos in other Konami games that have come over here. Like they have a few. Konami has I can't remember the name of it now, but they have a music-based rhythm game, and I think it's Bear Tank is in this game, makes a cameo in that. Konami Crazy Racers has one of these characters in that game as an unlockable character. So I've seen some of these characters before, no idea where they're from this, and again, never played this before. But it is a 2D fighting game, very much in a drawing style. It's got a lot more. It's got all the depth of Street Fighter, maybe not as depthful as Street Fighter, but it has things like a super meter, although I think it's crayons in this and they call it magic. But you can use that meter to either pump up the damage on your attacks. You can use it to counter an attack and knock enemies back, or I can use it for defense. So it has like 3 different ways of using the super meter, which is something that's kind of standard now when you play something like Street Fighter 6, right? Street Fighter 6 has drive impacts, which are ways to counter an opponent doing combos on you. And this felt like that to a degree. I'm not saying it's Street Fighter 6, but it felt like that to a degree.
Right.
But
yeah,
pretty colorful characters, pretty interesting characters. For audio listeners, an example of one of the characters is Bear Tank. Spoilers, it's a bear with a tank gun on his head. That's the gist of it.
Sounds accurate.
So not aptly named at all.
No.
So it's not just a clever name.
No, not just a clever name. He literally is a tank with a bear. It's just Bear Tank. The only thing that was confusing to me is that I guess the way they present this game is that it's like schoolyard kids who are battling their drawings. So in the next to the life meters, you don't see a picture of your character. You see the human that drew that character, and there's no correlation. Like you don't see the humans anywhere else. So you just see their mugshot at the top next to the life bar, and then your character's fighting. So for me, it was a little confusing to figure out which life bar it was when I was trying to play through it. But yeah, very much a 2D fighting game. Lots of high jumps. Every character's got an air juggle combo. Like it couldn't be more fighting game coded. And it's on the N64. And the N64, unlike the PlayStation and the Saturn, N64 didn't have very many fighting games, or at least didn't have any good fighting games. And I feel like this is one. So I guess no one else has heard of this one either, huh?
No.
I have.
No.
Have you?
I actually remember reading about this in magazines before it released in Japan. And there was excitement that maybe it would come to the US, and then it just never did.
Yeah, I just
But
look at
I hung out with some kids who liked to like really read about what was going on with game releases in Japan, so that's why I heard of it.
Well, there's so many titles like this is why whenever I'm putting together like a retro system or the Mister or the Steam Deck, I always include the Japanese ROMs or the European ROMs, but the Japanese ones especially, because a lot of those games didn't come over here and they're still in English. Like this game is all in English, so it's easy to play through.
Right.
So it's neat that there's stuff like this that I've never played before, and it's actually surprisingly solid. I looked at reviews online on the wiki for this game, and they're kind of like 70 to 80s, so not always high in some spots. But what I played was a very, very fluid, very easy to pick up, fun fighting game, right? It's not as going to be in depth as Tekken, but I don't need that. And it's just neat to see something take advantage of all the buttons on the N64 controller. It uses everything.
Sure.
And just controls really well. And it's I think, what was the game that Sinister, you like Dr. Mario, right? And I know I
Yes.
rag on that one a little bit because it's like the N64 I think of as like a 3D console, but it's very much a 2D game. This is similar in that it's a 3D engine behind the scenes, but it's actually the 2D gameplay is tight like Dr. Mario is, right? Like they really did a good job with that, translating that 2D gameplay. It's definitely 3D models. I know that because there's actually in the options menu, you can change the graphical style from the painterly look to just crayon drawn lines, like basically just outlines the 3D models, which is interesting.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a fun one.
There's your bear tank.
It's Bear Tank.
Literally a bear with a tank.
And he has a smaller bear inside of his head that he launches.
Yeah.
This is the reason that these games are so good, because there is no deeper lore in this planet than Street Fighter lore. So if this is following in suit, this has got to be pretty good. And I bet the story is written on Bear Tank's equipment.
He has a fart tuba too.
No,
I mean,
man, Bear Tank is great.
Hey, whatever gets you through the fight, man.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I have one question about this game. When are you going to get Diamond Rank online?
Yeah, right.
I would love to tell you that I beat this game, but sadly I couldn't get past the second fight because the game is also very difficult.
Bear Tank's a bitch.
Yeah, he is a son of a bitch. Yeah, he steamrolled right over me.
It's that damn fart cannon.
It's the fart tube as a whole thing. It's just mass destruction weapons right there.
Bear Tank is Jake's natural enemy.
One of these days.
Just like stairs and wheelchairs.
You can only go down.
www.twitch.tv.
Yeah, /Chardmonk. That's not me making fun of people in wheelchairs. No, it's literally us playing a horror game where you'd think that people couldn't go upstairs in wheelchairs, and we all were terrified by it.
Yeah, yes, we were. Demons can do many mysterious things.
I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, this is a cool game.
And again, it's from Konami, and it just when I think of fighting games, the last company I'm thinking of is Konami. And the fact that they did a good one is pretty interesting.
Fighting games.
Yeah. The N64 core on the Mister's come a long way. I may have to see if I can find this and play it.
Nice.
Yeah, no, this is definitely runs great.
You mean you didn't like Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters?
I never played it.
It's so bad.
That was on the N64, was it?
That was
it was on Super Nintendo and Genesis.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't stand it.
it's from what I recall. I think I
Well, I
played
wasn't going
the
to invite you
SNES
over to
one.
play it
That
then,
wasn't
Wolf.
very good. Yeah. All right, let's loop it back
That's a good
around.
pick.
I have it up there
That's a
on the
good-
shelf somewhere.
I'm sure
That's a
you
good pick.
Thank you, Chard. Your turn. Let's go back with you.
All right.
This is Cyborg Justice you keep telling us all about and how much you rave and think it's so great.
It's not great. It's a janky
Genesis
fucking
game, wasn't it?
But if just review episode Hidden Gems, I'm sure I talked about it on a Hidden Gem earlier. But I did want to bring up a game that I grew up as a child playing in on my Sega Genesis that I absolutely adored. And somebody came out and decided that this needed a spiritual successor. So for those of you who grew up playing Road Rash, this will be a game that you may be interested in. But if you haven't played Road Rash, it is a vehicular race combat game where you are racing your super bikes and trying to hit people with batons and shit and chains. It's crazy. It's a fun game. They actually had a release on PlayStation 1 that was another improvement, and that's where a lot of people hear great songs like from Soundgarden, like Kickstand and Spoonman. But
I miss Rusty Cage from the first
Rusty
one.
Cage, yeah, Rusty Cage was on that one as well. Well, this game is neither of those, but it is a spiritual successor known as Road Redemption, which you can get on
Wow.
PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Sinistar was kind enough to actually gift this to me at one point in our friendship.
Yeah.
This
I
game
was
is
going to say
spectacular.
the
It's-
graphics on this are substantially better.
Oh, it's fantastic. It is so good.
Yeah.
I love playing this game. This is good. This is a good game to play if you're just like, I need to kill a couple hours.
I
I have
need to
no
kill.
like
Wait, I need to
Yeah.
kill a couple bikers. Is that what you
Yes.
said?
no
Those
hours.
cops
not
were
bikers,
really
yes.
patient. They're coming at you with billy clubs while you're beating other bikers up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just waiting.
Definitely set
They're
in
just
Canada,
waiting
not the
to get
U.S.
Certainly, yeah.
I'm not going to say a word.
I feel like this is driving through the territories, but no, this has been a lot of fun. It's just jumping on your bike, wailing on some people. There's actually some split screen multiplayer modes and some other online stuff, and it's just fun. It's a fun beat 'em up, running around on your motorcycle, just trying to knock people off their bikes, and then winning the game. And if you hit so many people, you get like boosts to your weapon. You get all kind. You get machetes and shit. Where you cut people's heads off. I mean, it is pretty insane, and it's a lot of fun. I've greatly enjoyed playing this. It's really good to fire up on the old Steam Deck and just be like, I just want to do a couple laps and beat some people up. I had a bad day at work. Someone's getting a pipe to the head, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it's fun.
this is
This
me
is the
pulling
prequel
up
to Days Gone.
Yes.
this is me pulling
yeah.
up one of the later Wolfenstein games and shooting Nazis in the face.
Yes.
Like, there's nothing more cathartic.
Yes. And this one you actually get guns and shit too. So it's
Nice.
pretty intense. Like they went all out with this one and bringing back the joys of what Road Rash was all about, and then bringing it to 11 as they
I'm
do.
kind of shocked about this game. How come people are engaged in whacking people with pipes on bikes and half of them are not wearing helmets? That just feels like a wrong kind of messaging.
Because it's Canada. I don't know helmet
Yeah,
laws
You're right,
in
of
Canada.
course. Canadian rules. We don't wear helmets up
You
here.
haven't done this, Jake?
We
Could
only
be
have
Oregon,
one.
too.
And we have
I
to
don't
share
know.
it in the family. That's just how it works.
There's not
up
a lot
here.
of. Do you just pass it back and forth while you're
Yeah.
riding?
It's an heirloom in our family. We pass it down through generations.
It's my turn. It's my turn with the chain. It's my
Yeah.
turn with the chain.
It's covered in plaid,
you
and we
can
use
keep
duct
doing
tape
it
to seal
really
the
fun.
holes. No, Road Rash in the Genesis back in the day used to always get called out as a violent video game for good reason. But like the premise
Yeah, well,
of
this
it's
is
a
no
racing
better.
game on motorcycles, but you hit people with weapons. But like
Yeah,
nobody's
that
done it
was the-
since, right? Like,
But
it's
that
like
was the
it's-
thing. I mean, how
yeah.
many you play a lot of motorcycle games and you're just racing and that's cool and all, but
Oh,
then you get like Burnout and you get like games where you're crashing your cars and stuff, and it just adds another level of it. And Road Rash
I-
just did something that a lot of racers didn't do, where you got to be,
Yeah.
involved.
I like the one-handed reload on the shotgun. All
He's
a
doing the
T2.
Terminator 2.
All
Yeah,
a T2. Yeah.
yeah.
Spin it.
No, there was a lot of thought put into this game, and it is tough. This is not an easy game to play. But I love it. I think this is a lot of fun. And again, there's no deep lore attached to it. There's nothing you need to look up about it. It's just a racing game with firearms and
Clubs.
it's violent and it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, this looks like a blast.
Yeah.
No, it's a lot of
good
fun.
pick. It's a genre that people kind of just forgot about, and I can see how a studio's like, you remember when we used to beat people up on bikes as kids in
Yeah.
video games?
We should do
We're
that
bringing
again.
it back.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
totally
it
bring that back. And I'm glad they did. They did a great job with it. This one doesn't get much love as it should, and I don't know why, because I think it's a great harkening back to
Yeah.
retro games that make things nice and violent. I'm sorry,
I may have
visitors in my
to
room.
pick this one up.
Yeah,
This
Yeah, I would recommend it.
this seems
Play
like
straight on
what
the
the
Steam Deck.
Ghost Rider video game should have been.
Right?
Probably, yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably more accurate.
Just
Yes,
add a
yes.
flaming skull.
Flaming Skull.
Yeah. More Nick Cage.
Instead,
needs
it
more
was
Nick Cage.
another God of War like with some motorcycle segments.
That's-
Look,
I didn't
we
realize
never-
it was a
we
Ghost Rider
never add-
game.
We never add Nick Cage.
Hidden Gem.
We-
Hidden Gem number 3. Ghost Rider.
Or Wheel of
Ghost
Pain.
Rider. Yeah. Silver Surfer.
Surfer. No one's played that.
So great. Bounce off the walls in that game. No, that's a good pick, Chart. I think that one
Yep.
looks really rad. It looks like a nice casual racing
Yeah,
game.
it looks neat.
Yeah, it does look
Yeah,
really
casual with pipes.
good.
Well,
Casual
it's-
with guns.
It's casual like Burnout Paradise, which I think is a
Right.
casual game.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't play it to be like, I'm going to put 4 hours in this bad boy. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to play for an hour or so
Yeah.
before I go to bed.
I want to
No,
drive
A lot of
fast.
fun. Yeah, I just want to drive fast and beat people up. I don't care
Yeah.
about it.
I want to hit cops. That's and not get thrown in jail.
Whoa.
You
Whoa.
know,
The
We Grand
Canadian.
Theft Auto.
Demonetized.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
demonetized. Wow.
Hey, YouTube, it's the Canadian that said that, not the
Yes.
American.
sorry. I meant hitting. I want to
You
hit
say fuck
Mounties.
now.
No, I don't want to hit
And
Mounties.
now we're beating up bounties.
No, I don't want to hit
Fantastic. I'm
Mounties.
going to go punch a moose in the face.
I'm gonna knock on my door right now. We're 45 minutes in. Nobody's gonna hear this part of the episode. It's all good. We're good. Before I get arrested,
listen to this bar.
who's Sinistar? What's your next one? You kind of
Okay, my
confused
next
me.
one's
You
a-
gave me 2 videos, and I thought I picked the wrong
Well, yeah.
one.
So my next one is a twofer. So this is a game called Rescue Raiders.
Okay.
It was an
Rangers?
Apple II game. It's actually a very cool concept. It looks an awful lot like Choplifter. In fact, you can like land a helicopter and pick up units, but basically the premise is you have your base on one side, the enemy has their base on the other side. You are a helicopter, but you can order units to be deployed, and each unit costs a certain amount of credits. And you basically have to get the engineers over to the other side to destroy the base. And you have tanks, and you have anti-aircraft, and you have engineers, you have armored vehicles. As I said, you can pick up you have infantry, you can pick up the units. There are balloons that move up and down that will destroy the helicopters. So you have to dodge those. There's an enemy helicopter you have to fight. And the reason that this is a twofer is I learned something when I was researching this. I'm like, I remember this game. It's awesome. Rescue Raiders. It was re-released. It was recreated and re-released on MS-DOS in 1991 as a game called Armor Alley.
Okay. Same company.
And
Ah.
I don't know if it's the same company, but it
'Cause this is
literally is a
Surtec, right?
re-release.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the first
Yeah.
one's Surtec. Yeah. And it's cool because like as you're playing, it's a strategy game. You're ordering units. You're trying to get them across the map. You know, they're destroyed by the enemy can order tanks. They can basically do the same thing. You're fighting the enemy helicopter. Now, what's fun is I had this on a I found this game. I may not have actually owned a legal version.
Piracy on PC? What are the odds?
Wow, we are
Right.
just
Well,
this,
and this
We
is
never stole
this is
games
on-
when I was a
canceled
kid.
episode.
this
Beating
is on
cops is
Apple
okay, but not
Cops
stealing software.
Stealing games.
and this is on the Apple II.
You wouldn't steal a car.
Yeah. And what I had no idea about is I would always beat the first level and it would be like insert disc 2. I never had disc 2.
Oh,
I
no.
never had disc 2. So yeah. So anyway, it's now the version on PC is a little interesting because you actually just I guess I didn't realize this until just now. It has the same kind of steering as Abuse, where you move the mouse around the helicopter and the helicopter flies to wherever the mouse is pointed.
I'm seeing this. There's definitely some control over that.
I like how it splashes
So-
meshes on the screen. Flame burns
Yeah.
both sides.
Yes.
Don't
What's
fly
that
in
about?
straight line.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a
so
lot
this-
of warnings.
So the PC version, I looked at the manual. It has like 12 scenarios or something. And the very first is kind of a training scenario. So that's why you're seeing a lot of the text is this is a training scenario.
Okay.
But it's a cool game. It's, you're trying to everything that you spend reduces the amount of points at the end. You only get funds if you go over to the enemy side and destroy their stuff. Your helicopter has a Gatling gun, has a heat-seeking missile, and has bombs, so you can take out the enemy ground units. It's a cool game. The engineers will repair the balloon spots if the balloons get popped. Yeah, and apparently it takes place in World War One or two. I don't know, World War II probably.
Whichever one had choppers.
Yeah,
It's
but
neat. The Apple II one animates a lot better than the PC one, which is
I
interesting.
agree.
Right.
I
I
agree.
was gonna say this one looks like cleaner. The sprites are bigger, so it looks a
Yeah.
little cleaner.
Yeah.
And as you guys can tell, like the helicopter moves like almost exactly like Choplifter. You all remember
Yeah.
Choplifter?
Which was
Yeah.
Apple II game we found out before, right?
Yeah.
When we did an episode on
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with I definitely played Choplifter in the arcade. So
Right.
yeah.
Pretty cool. All right. Now it makes sense when you said it was a twofer because these games
Yeah.
very, very similar. But that's
I
neat 'cause, like,
literally
yeah, because Choplifter is like definitely like a pretty iconic game for gaming, especially from that period. But it's neat to see somebody took
Yeah.
that idea, but definitely iterated on it with doing much
Yeah.
more mechanics, much more stuff to make it busy. Because Choplifter on
Mhm.
its own is a very basic game, but this is a lot more involved. I like
Yeah.
this. This is good. This is pretty cool.
I
You
played
can
this.
actually,
Go
I
ahead.
just found it. You can find a web version of Armor Alley to play online. It's
Nice.
at like Armor Alley. I don't remember what the website was. Armor Alley something. But I was just messing with it a little bit, and I guess it's like an open source remaster of it.
Nice. Yeah, I had no idea until I read on Moby Games that it had been re-released as Armor Alley. So
Crazy.
yeah, so I spun that up on DOSBox and played it for a little while. I
Pretty
still
cool.
prefer the Apple II version. Rescue Raiders.
Yeah, I know the PC version has more colors than over the Apple II, but the Apple II animates really fluidly, and I dig that.
Yep.
Good pick. All right. Wolf, what's your next one?
All right, my next one is a game I picked up probably like 6-7 months ago now, and never started playing it until today.
Just in time.
I'm glad we all did our research.
We did some
No,
heavy
no,
research.
no. This
a
is a
week
game
ago.
I've been meaning to play for a while, and it looked really cool. So I bought it on sale on a whim. I was like, "This looks rad. I'm gonna play this."
All right,
Um,
overachiever.
So it is called Rusted Moss. It is a
Wow.
Metroidvania style game. Came out in May 2023. It's a run and gun shooter, but also with like a grappling hook mechanic that you're constantly like on a stretchy grapple jumping around and stuff. So it's very the gameplay is very much kind of like
Bionic
an evolved
Commando?
version of Axiom Verge.
Okay.
Because you're running around finding pickups that extend your health bar, MP, stuff like that.
Right.
But it's no like hidden stats like Metroidvanias have become. It's literally
you
like you
shoot-
just get different guns.
You shoot where the mouse goes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Seems to
That's
be a
why
lot
I
of
was
this
saying
today.
it's circular, it comes around.
Yes.
I thought
It's a
that was
theme.
kind of funny.
It's a theme that we
The
didn't know we
game
were doing.
does recommend playing with a mouse and keyboard, but I was twin sticking it today, and it was totally playable like that. It is really neat. There's plenty of secrets to find. Once you've got the grapple mechanic, which you get about 20 minutes in, if that, it opens up a whole bunch of possibilities for gameplay elements. And the grapple, you can only grapple onto like the mossy areas around the map, so you can't just grapple wherever. But you can also grapple onto enemies, which I was using to my advantage sometimes Once I figured that out, I was like, well, this guy's just going to roll way up the wall. So I'm going to grab him and let
Nice.
him take me way up the screen.
That's cool.
That's pretty neat. So you said this is a
But
Metroidvania?
Yeah, it's the gameplay to me is kind of like a grappling hook version of Axiom Verge mixed with like the platforming challenges in what's the pre-Silk Song game? Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight, yeah, another gem
Yes.
that nobody's played before.
Yes.
So it's
Pre-Silk Song. I love it. That's the new name of Hollow Knight.
That's the Silk Song world we live in right now because everybody's playing it.
Isn't everything pre-Silk Song?
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, it's like the Hollow Knight platform challenges, but throughout the whole game, and then Axiom Verge style gameplay. It's really neat.
Oh, the graphics are so cool.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. I just noticed this like weird spider bot thing, and I was like, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, there's like there's giant spider bots that are like creeping around, following you as they grab onto platforms.
That's cool.
It's really neat. Yeah, you're seeing one of the challenge spots I found earlier, and that one was giving me a hand cramp, but I succeeded at it. This is not my gameplay, but I played this spot earlier.
Right.
Nice.
But there's so much hidden, so much challenging platforming. It's wild.
That's cool.
And there are trinkets you can find that sort of like buff your damage output and or make your bullets go further or make it so that you can shoot enemy bullets. Different things. I've only got like maybe 10 of them and there's like 40. So I don't know what else.
What is when it has the little character, like the inventory screen or whatever, like the person's arm was different color than the rest of them. Is it like injury to like areas or?
Nope. That's you're collecting pieces of somebody.
Oh.
Okay.
You
okay.
Like you do. Yeah.
It's very weird, like a sort of sci-fi fantasy. Because it's a world of like future technology, but you're playing as a fairy character and running around trying to help the other fairies and fighting off a lot of the humans that are entrapping them and using them as an energy source.
Yeah, that'd get me angry too. Enough to break out guns.
The Fey Matrix.
Okay. Yeah. This looks really great. I've never heard of this one.
Yeah.
Is it out fully or is it like early access? Or it's out fully.
It's completely out. It came out in May 23 and it had a huge update when I bought it. And I was like, that looks rad. So I snagged it.
Yeah, this is cool. This is good looking. This is a good looking game.
Yeah, it's very pretty. The boss fights are super challenging. I think it was maybe the second or third boss fight I did. I kept failing it, and then at one point I got to a certain phase and then failed it, and then that was like, okay, now you can move forward with the story. You were supposed to die there. I think I could have won, but I didn't.
It kind of has a Risk of Rain 2 kind of look to it as well.
It does a little bit. It also has multiple endings.
Oh, okay.
Like you did.
It's got 4 actual like story endings and then I guess a joke ending.
Nice.
Is a Shiba Inu running the entire town?
That's a good pick.
I don't know, but there is a little dog I see running around now and then, so maybe.
Does it have its Beats headphones on?
We can only help.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, all right. I really got into that one today. I was like, this is so cool. I'm gonna talk about this game tonight.
No, that's definitely a good pick. And this is definitely something I was thinking like how many roguelikes is Wolf gonna bring up this week? But Metroidvania fits too.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's okay. I brought a roguelike for my pick, so
none from me today.
What is that pick, Jake?
It's weird.
Yeah, roll it.
It's my turn. So, and also to call back to keep the trend going, in my pick, you're also hunting down body parts of somebody. So it's kind of ties together. As funny as that is. So my pick.
Do you aim with your mouse?
Do you ride on a motorcycle? Are you in hell?
You're not in hell, but where you are, you wake up. I'll see if you guys can guess the game. You actually, you're a drifter, and you wake up in a strange world. The skies are all gray. You're on floating islands, and almost immediately snaps, and you're in like a stadium, and all these creatures are surround you in the stands are wearing masks, and it almost has like Elder Scrolls Sheograth vibes, like the World of Madness type thing, as this deranged ruler of the realm taunts and teases you, and then you're banished back to this floating islands environment. It's open world. You do
Avatar?
aim you with
It sounds like another world.
no, well, it's 3D. It's a third person action game. Um, the world is wide open. You can go anywhere. No, well,
that a
I know what
cat?
fell behind me. I don't even know what something fell behind me. Hopefully the mic picked
Oof.
that up in editing.
It
Oh,
did.
It did.
Did it? Okay. No, there's no motorcycles in this area, but it's you do have a weird, bizarre horse type thing. It's almost like a Skin and Bones robotic kind of horse type vibe, like a biopunk vibe to it.
Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
forget
You know what? I can see that because when you're exploring the opening of the world, right before as you're kind of doing it starts off with a pretty straightforward tutorial, which is good. But as you doing the part of the tutorial that takes you outside for the first time, in the background, a giant bone worm flies through the air, and it's just massive as it fly in the air, and you
I feel like
eventually
I've
have to
played
fight
this
it as a
game
boss.
before, or I've
It's
seen
pretty
it.
freaking rad. Any guesses
Claire
what my
Obscura.
game is? Claire
It
Obscura?
sounds
No,
Claire
it's
like
not Claire
Obscura,
Obscura.
It sounds kind of like Risk of Rain 2.
It's not Risk of Rain 2. My pick is Warframe. Because fuck you, because that's what
Oh
I've been
my
playing for the last
God.
2 weeks.
This
So,
Wait a
and
minute.
why?
guy.
This
Why
is
is
a
it-
hidden fucking
This is
gem.
not
Yes.
a hidden gem.
Yes, because a couple years ago, Digital
Like
Extremes released Do Very Paradox. I think I said that right. In Warframe. And like everything in fucking Warframe is so unexplained and so hidden. Had I known that they had put in a roguelike version of Warframe, I would have played this 2 years ago. I had no idea it was like this. I knew they added some kind of weird fantasy, pseudo fantasy world to Warframe for the 5 people who've never played fucking Warframe, which is fine. It's very much like a cyborg ninja shooting game.
There's 3 of them on the podcast.
It's a slooter. It's a looter shooter.
So
It's a
so what
schluter.
you're saying is you decided to pick a hidden gem.
Yeah.
It's so hidden everybody knows about it.
Yeah, but it's hidden within the game that everybody knows about. This is a thing that is hidden in the game so deep. I am willing to bet, honestly, except for the Warframe sickos like me, I'm willing to bet nobody has played Do Very Paradox. Nobody's heard of it. And I think if more people realize there is and I'll explain in a minute, that there's a roguelike mode in Warframe, more people might be thinking maybe it's worth the 100 hours to get into Warframe because it gets really good after 100 hours or more. So
It really opens up after 250.
it really opens up after 200 hours. But no, this mode is really fucking rad. Like it's so the thing with Digital Extreme is they are working. They're a one game studio at this point, right? They make Warframe. They've just released an alpha of their next game called Soulframe, and despite the name, it's not a Souls-like. But they've been working on Soulframe for years, and anytime they have something unique or something they want to test out, I can tell they brought it into fucking Warframe. And this, after playing this, and after playing the Soulframe alpha, you can see where they've taken stuff from Soulframe and put it into Warframe, almost shoehorned it in to try it out as a test bed, because everything from the horse, the mounts, to the open world and the fantasy vibes is definitely fucking Soulframe coded. Like Soulframe is a lot like this in many ways, although the combat's different. But yeah, this game there's a brief story to go through, and again, it's a king that you're trying to get back to, and you're exploring a strange fucking weird world. It all has a storybook vibe to it, very strange, and you're actually collecting parts of a doll. And when you assemble the doll, you get to the final encounter. And the final encounter, your horse, which can fly because it's fucking Warframe, everything can fly in Warframe. You actually have the final thing is you actually fly up to one of the giant worms, and you're riding the worm, and you're controlling it like a giant 3D, 4D version of Snake, attacking 2 other giant worms. It's a very cool set piece and sequence. But so it's
The worm is fantastic looking for sure. I saw that during the initial bit. The The colors weird me out.
It's doing that
It's
intentionally.
different.
Yeah.
It's
And now it's all color. Okay.
Well, now it's all color, but it's still got a weird color palette, especially for people who've played Warframe. This zone looks nothing like the rest of Warframe. Like it really does
this
feel like
is
a brand new
a
game.
colorblind version of a game.
But
Like
it
colorblind
picks up.
accessibility for people who aren't colorblind.
Yeah, this worm is
yeah.
very Horizon Zero Dawn. Like I feel like
Yeah.
you want to like climb up on the like antenna weird things and like hook in and like open up your map.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
like the tall neck mechs.
There's a lot of stuff in Warframe that is definitely feels like it's been lifted from other games. I'll put it that way. I like Warframe a
this
lot, but it
looks-
definitely steals the best of other games.
This looks cool.
This
Yeah.
man threw together a Hidden Gems episode so he can shoehorn in a worm frame.
So
'Cause he's
the
been
best
talking about it
Also-
nonstop.
Also,
Yeah,
this,
he
this
just wanted to talk
worm-
about worm frame.
worm
Yeah.
frame. Yeah.
Also, this worm looks like it comes out of a Tool video.
Is that
It does.
Sauron?
It's like meat.
It is Sauron, yes.
That's Sauron.
Is that the
It's-
Great Eye?
It's a giant eye, but it's not Sauron. It's
Is Mount Doom
Timu
behind
Sauron
it?
from
I'm waiting
AliExpress.
for the dude with like
Skywish.com Sauron.
I'm waiting for the dude with like too big mouth and too much teeth to be like
Yeah, the Black Gate guy. Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
No, this looks interesting for sure.
So
This
why
is
why I'm even talking about this week? It's not just because I want to talk about Warframe, although yes, it is that. I've been playing a lot of Warframe. But in this, once you beat the story mission, which is not very long, it's like I think I beat the story in 3 hours. You unlock a bunch of other modes to go back to the world because Warframe wants you to do that grind. But what they added was something called the circuit, which is wild. You load up Devuri, click the zone, and you pick circuit, and it starts off. You're in a cave, and it takes 3 random Warframes from the game, and Warframe has like 60 fucking frames now, and it gives you a selection of 6 different weapons, all randomly picked, and you get to pick from that limited pool of random Warframes. Maybe they're ones you've used, maybe they're ones you own, maybe they're ones you've never even seen before that you haven't touched, but you get to pick from those. And then as you're playing with that Warframe, it kind of puts you out of your comfort zone. Because the thing with Warframe is it's almost too easy if you keep playing with the same frame and that you've maxed out and the same weapons you're familiar with. This was neat in that it takes you out of your comfort zone. And they've done this in other zones where they try and take you out of the frame you're used to try and expose difficulty to you that way. But in this, it kind of works because you're in a strange world, and it's almost like the roguelike elements of here's some random assortment every time you play. It's different. As well as you're playing through the missions, you don't have access to your typical abilities. They're kind of like pre-installed, but they give you 3 cards, and the cards are all unique abilities, right? Like one is like you freeze enemies that come near you. Another one is like if enemy is frozen, you do X amount of critical damage to them. Another one is you can jump kick now. Another one is you run faster, or you run faster when you're on fire, like stuff like that. And as you level up in the run that you're doing, you get more and more of these cards you can pick from. If you find on the map fragments of cards, you can unlock more cards, and you get a series of cards. And it really is run-based gameplay. It is roguelike gameplay. So when you're doing that version, they call it the circuit. Everything you use in that mode gains levels like you do in typical Warframe fashion, but it's a way to level up and gain rank in Warframe without actually having to buy shit and build things in the game and all that kind of usual grind that is known for Warframe. It's kind of another alternative way of progressing or leveling up, and that was really rad. And like I played it for a couple hours just today just to mess around with it, and it's a lot of fun. And again, it's roguelike, but it's roguelike gameplay in Warframe. I feel like they should have led with this more instead of just saying it's this weird Sheograth ripoff zone. They should have said it's roguelike Warframe. Here you go. And I don't think it gets enough attention. So
by the way, I want to point out I run faster when I'm on fire too.
Also, yes, it's very true.
That's true.
Though you should stop, drop, and roll. Personally.
Yeah, but I'm running for water, my friend. I'm running for water.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
But yeah, it's I know Warframe is a game that people are like, what? No, but
I played a lot of hours in Warframe.
Yeah.
It's
like the thing that gets me is like it's like No Man's Sky is another great game that I think all of us have played and have loved quite a bit, and they're also working on Light No Fire, so they're working on their next game.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the stuff that is in Light No Fire, like you can see where they're coming from in No Man's Sky, because the last 6 or 7 updates in No Man's Sky have very out of just bizarre updates out of nowhere, like when they added settlement building, or when they added like fishing.
I was going to say digging up bones.
Yeah.
Yes, right. And you're like, this is not No Man's Sky, but it makes sense when you realize, oh, they're working on another game that is similar, but it's more like fantasy based on a giant globe scale. So you can see they're testing the waters in their previous game. That's the impression I get with what they've done with this. This is definitely testing for what would be Soulframe, and you get to play Soulframe now. Well, some people can in the pre-alpha. So I thought that was really rad.
Nice.
So
no, it looks like a blast.
Yeah. No, I'm just sad to say it'll take you a couple hundred hours to get there. No, I think if I'm not wrong, if you play Warframe now, brand new account, I believe they give you the option to start in Duveri Paradox. It's like an alternate way of starting the game. If I'm not wrong, I know it's not gated like the other content is. There's a lot of stuff in Warframe you don't even touch until you're like dozens of hours in. But I think this is something you get early on because of the story that they're telling with their characters. So anyway, Warframe's pretty good. Yeah.
I just got tired. I remember like chasing down the stupid flying thing where you can fly around. And I got so like I finally got it and I was like, I'm done with that now.
Yeah, there were several choke points in the progression that I bounced off of. And that was one of them too for me too, is getting your arc wing. And just the grind to get it was a pain. They've since changed it so you get it, I think, automatically now. The other part of it is when you get it, you can now summon it in any open world zone, whereas before you had to kind of find another item for it, and that was a grind. They got rid of that. There's a few other grinds with there's space battles now with what they call the railjack. It's a spaceship. There used to be a grind to get that. That's been substantially reduced. It's pretty easy to get into. So they've kind of streamlined a lot of that stuff. But then every so often you run into like, oh, it's Warframe. Like for me, it's the time travel 1999 stuff. You go back in time to an alternate history where there's like proto frames, and so it's Warframes with faces basically. And it's really rad. It's really great. But to get the last bit of the story, you have to grind factions. So you got to get your standing up with a faction. And because it's a live service game, you can only get so much faction per day. And that's why I hit the wall of, oh, right, this is a fucking live service game. This is what Warframe really is. Like there's a ton of content in this game and you can do so much of it. But when you hit that wall, you're like, oh, it's a live service game, right? That's what this is.
Right.
And it's fine. It's just not a game you can sit and spend, okay, I'm going to spend all of my weekend playing this game. You hit a point where the game wants you to log off for a day. And that's
they want you to come back day after day instead of just
grass.
They don't want you to Netflix binge the game.
Yes. Right. And that's what it is. Especially with the newer content. The newer content is like, I find when it's nice going back to play Duviri, because when Duviri came out, there was a lot of people reporting issues with it. There was more grind to it. But playing it a year, 2 years after the fact, it's been much more streamlined. So Warframe is a nice game to go and dip into. But like, I kind of wish I just waited for the 1999 stuff that came out, because they have another update coming. I should have waited till that was out of the gate. But yeah, still lots of, like, I mean, I have hundreds of hours in this fucking game. It's a real hidden gem.
There's not enough batons and motorcycles and billy clubs, so.
I want to point something out. Jake is always complaining about games that don't respect your time.
Okay.
Right.
And this one,
it
doesn't respect your time, but the other way. You're like, I have time to play, and it's like, fuck you, go play something else. You're done here.
Yeah, go away. We don't like you. We're closed.
The thing with Warframe is, yes, you're not wrong. I don't like it when games waste my time, but when I want to waste my time, let me waste my time.
Exactly. This isn't letting you.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
Right.
It's kind of annoying.
Maybe that's why Jake likes it so much, is because it won't let him waste his time.
Look, you already had
Jake, you have shit to do, dude. Go do it.
You already had your hour and a half today. Go home.
Yeah, that's what it really
I got 2 hours to kill. This will give me 30 minutes.
I don't know what to do with the next 22 hours after this.
I've had, like, every year I have this thing where I got to play one of these live service games for a month or two. And like, it was last year, it was Guild Wars 2. I went and did a bunch of stuff in Guild Wars 2 I hadn't touched before. This year it's Warframe. I do this every year. I played Elder Scrolls Online for a bit just to see what's new or what I didn't play before when it was new and kind of catch up on the game. And then I uninstall it and I go play Street Fighter 6 for 5 minutes. So I mean, that's what it is.
I have a thought.
Jake gets
Jake.
the live service
play.
game FOMO.
I have a thought, Jake.
Could go
The
play-
game's telling you to play Half-Life fucking 2.
Yeah.
So it's.
Yeah.
I posted a screenshot in Discord actually. I guess because they have it because they're so popular on Steam. There is an image of Gordon Freeman in this game. Like it's in the 1999. The hub part for that is in a mall, an abandoned mall, and for some reason there's Gordon Freeman standee there. I have no idea why, but it is neat.
It's a sign.
It's a sign. Literally, it's a sign. It's a standee. And it's telling me that Warframe counts as Half-Life 2, and I don't really have to play that fucking game. I don't have to go on that rails. I don't need to go to was that Ravenholm? I don't need to go there.
Ravenholm. Nobody talks about it.
Nobody talks about
Nobody
Ravenholm.
goes to Raven
I'll play Half-Life 2 one of these days.
at some point in your life.
Do we have any honorable mentions or anything else you want to talk about, or are we good?
No, I'm
I
all
think I'm
live
good.
service out. You were lucky to get what I fucking picked up today.
We need to make a list of games we talked about in these episodes because what are we at now? 264 episodes of this show, and there's stuff we talked about way back when, and I'm always like, oh yeah, I've talked about Warframe before on the podcast. I shouldn't talk about that.
could
Yeah,
later.
revisit some
I
of the older
gotta-
shit, but-
I gotta put together. I've been meaning to for a while, and I just never make the time to do it. I forget I'm gonna do it. I've been meaning to go through our backlog of episodes and just like listen to them and document. Okay, what games did we talk about? What episode was it? And so if the game is brought up in multiple episodes, you'll just see it multiple times in the list.
This sounds like something AI could do for us.
You're
Well, that's
not
the thing is like YouTube. Since
It
we
sounds
moved to
like something
YouTube-
AI could make up a lot of shit for us.
Yeah, that
That's
too.
true. You
Actually-
never talked about Cyborg Justice. What are you talking about?
You should ask ask ChatGPT what is Press B to Cancel's favorite game and see what it says. Because the thing with ChatGPT
Just
is
do
they have
Warframe.
scraped all of YouTube's
That sounds
transcripts.
fun.
I'm curious what they picked for us.
I'm gonna
I'm
ask
gonna do
my
it.
home. I'm gonna ask my home AI. Let's see. What is
Yeah.
Press to Cancel's
I'm
favorite
gonna laugh if it's Final Fantasy VIII.
game?
I'm done. Yeah, I will tender my resignation immediately.
Press B to Cancel is a running joke and a meme originating from Doki Doki Literature Club.
Fantastic.
No,
We don't
Pokemon
exist, people.
joke.
This has all just been one big fucking joke.
hang on. Let's see. No, I mean the
Okay, let's see.
podcast called Press B to Cancel. Okay.
Commonly celebrated games on Press B to Cancel. A Link to
Okay.
the Past, Super Metroid, Mega Man series, Chrono Trigger, Symphony of the Night, and Final Fantasy VI. So I think that sounds
That's
accurate.
accurate. That's very
that
accurate.
fits.
That
Yeah,
seems.
it's just missing
I
circumstances.
just-
That's all.
in AI, I believe.
Okay. By the way, I want to call this out. I told it was wrong, and I said no. I mean the podcast. It said you're absolutely right to clarify. It's a podcast hosted by Austin Locke and Nick Calendra,
Oh shit. We better get our copyrights in.
analyzing video games, and it gave the correct URL.
What
That's
names
cool.
did it give as the host? Austin Locke?
Austin Locke,
What the hell
And
is
Nick-
that?
Calandra.
Calandra?
The original press
What?
beers, I guess.
Yep.
Wow.
I've never heard of
Hey,
that before. Not even
You
like
know, it is
Hold
character
on.
names.
This should be fun. Let me do it for Chardmonk.
Oh
Okay.
boy, Austin Locke is a porn star. That's glad I'm not looking
Wait.
at that right now.
More
Wow.
SNFW. All right.
It's great.
Okay. I asked it specifically, what are Chardmonk's favorite games? The episode is titled Race to the Sky, Chardmonk's Top 5 Games. Features Chard justifying his personal top 5 game. Why is it not telling me what game specifically?
Because it doesn't know.
It doesn't know.
It'll never know.
It doesn't know.
Because it changes.
You know what? It called me out with River City Ransom Underground.
Ah, okay.
That's an
All
old,
right.
that's an old pick. Yeah.
And Super Ghouls and Ghosts. It didn't touch Blaster Master for some reason, but and it put Fight
don't say it
Club on
enough.
my list.
You love Fight Club. Great
A
movie.
movie,
Yeah,
the
not
book.
the game.
not the game.
No.
You
That
love
was
the
on our
movie game.
worst. Wasn't that our worst games based on movies
Those
episode?
are
I think?
games based
Yeah.
on movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. At least we know our jobs are
Yep.
safe because AI is stupid. So it's fine.
Apparently, we need to get into porn.
Yeah, that host. I got to look up the name of that host for podcasting. That seems weird. It pulled that. We haven't even had a guest named Austin, and I don't even think we've had a character we've talked about named Austin. So I don't know where the hell it's pulling that from.
I don't think we make Austin Power jokes.
I don't think we've done that. Anyway, guys, if you like Press B to Cancel, check out some other fine, great, wonderful shows on the SuperPod Network, superpodnetwork.com. What do we got going on there? I know Thrak has been doing his ongoing series about Call of Duty. I've been listening to a couple of those. That was great. I think he's 2 episodes in. I know Aaron and Jerry, they've kind of merged all their shows together. They had like 2 or 3 podcasts. They're now Super Ghost, I think now.
Yep.
That's awesome. They're too great to listen to. I'm jealous of his mic quality. I've got to figure out how he does it.
How's my mic now, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, that's what I got to do. I got to record some stuff for you.
Yours sounds great.
Yeah, I know. But you know what it is? I'm never fucking happy, Chard. I'm always wanting to try and tweak shit. That's fine. It's fine. I know I sound fine. I'm just a picky bitch. I need to go back and play Warframe. You lost my train of thought. You can find us over at pressbtcancel.com or at pressbtcancel on YouTube or pressbtcancel podcast. Anywhere you listen to your fine shows, from your smart toaster to your mother-in-law's car, you can listen to our episodes of our podcast.
Pregnancy tests.
Yeah, pregnancy test coming soon. We're working on that one soon. Or you could just, cheat and look up our favorite games over on ChatGPT because it seems to be really accurate. Otherwise,
sky's the limit.
In terms of where you guys can be found, Wolf, have you been doing anything lately? Or 3D printing streams when?
Building a 3D printer. That is why there's a mess behind me, is because we had an issue with the contractor out there. It's done. That room can get put back together, but there are printers and such in my background because it can't be out in that room right now.
Fair. Okay. Sinister, how about you? Have you been streaming? You doing the DJ stuff still?
A little bit. I should be, if you're listening live tonight, Saturday, I guess August 2nd, I'll be doing the Smatterday stream with Soul Archaic over on his Twitch channel. Soul Archaic, not Solar Cake, but Soul Archaic.
Delicious.
So I'll be over there tomorrow. Otherwise, no, I've been just kind of trying to get my damn Achilles to heal.
All right. And Chard, you're streaming again. Where folks find you?
Yeah, I'm over on
play
Twitch.
Circus Charlie for the people. They demand it.
Never.
So. No,
I play. I mean, that's a horror game that is beyond my ability to play.
What if it had Chivos? If it had Chivos, would you play?
It does have Chivos, and I don't think I'm going to play it. But no, we are playing Silent Hill series. I'm doing Chivo runs on Silent Hill. We're currently doing the first one off of the PlayStation 1. There's been a lot of great announcements about horror games coming out here in September that I've been looking forward to. So we are just gearing up for Chronos New Dawn, as well as Silent Hill F, that'll both be coming out next month. Not August. It is August. So next month, September. But we're playing a bunch of Silent Hill, and I'm jumping back in that Chivo game. So come and watch me badge Silent Hill 1.
Shit, you weren't kidding. Circus Charlie does have Chivos.
Yes,
I wonder if I should badge that game. I don't badge games ever, but I make an exception for Charlie. Yeah, September's got a lot of games coming out. This has been like a really great year for gaming, and I know I said that last year and the year before that, but it really has been a good year for gaming. So Game of the Year will be fun this year. So anyway,
I'm
that's
creeping
our show.
up on Wolf. Oh. I'm creeping up on him. My points.
Yeah,
up. I'm right behind you, buddy.
Shadow Labyrinth ruined me.
I'm coming up on you.
Who counterpicked Ninja Gaiden? Was that you, Chart, or was that you, Sinister?
No,
I picked it. That would be Sinister that counterpicked.
It was me.
It was me.
You can stay on the bottom with me. Negative 3 points.
86.
Yeah, I just got hammered. I just got hammered for a negative 17.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I have one more slot free in my fantasy critic, and I don't know what the hell I'm going to shove in there. But it's just like,
I don't think either of my targeted counter picks are even going to come out, so I'm good. I think I'm going to be just fine.
GTA 6 getting delayed fucked me over, and apparently I heard it's going to get delayed even more next year. So,
wow.
And then Donkey Kong screwed me. That should have been a Mario game. Untitled 3D Mario game. and Nintendo releases a Donkey Kong just to spite me.
It's
Don't worry,
okay.
I counterpicked it.
The Donkey Kong didn't really do much for me, so it's fine.
Yeah. It's only got what, like 89 on it?
Well, it was like 9 points or something. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
No, Donkey Kong Bonanza? Wolf picked that
I
one,
thought
didn't
it
you?
was.
We'll
Oh,
pick
okay.
that one.
Yeah, I
Wolf's
did.
crushing it this year.
Yeah, it's one of the best rated games of like the last 5 years. It's wild. Anyway.
I still
All
have
right.
the highest pick, though.
Press me to cancel. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
One quick thing before you hit stop. I want to point out ChatGPT apparently doesn't know the difference between Sinistar and GP. It says Sinistar's favorite game is Metal Storm, and his hidden gem picks have been Gunfire Reborn and Final Fantasy Tactics.
Wow. Fantastic.
Well, I'm an amalgamation of me.
You
and
are an
GP.
amalgamation.
Got it.
That is good. Perfect.
Okay.
So,
Guy
that was
Star.
a fun way to end it.
I got my finger on the mouse button clicking down. If I don't lift soon, my
Prime.
finger's going to cramp. So we got to go.
Sinus Prime.
Okay.
Thanks everybody
Goodbye.
for watching.
I'll